All right, now let's head back to our Abuja studio where the president of the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Mr. Kabir Ibrahim, is standing by to speak with us on the situation regarding food inflation. Thank you for joining us on the program News Across Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
All right, so what are your thoughts on the latest inflation figures with particular reference to food inflation, which eased after its spike in the month of December last year?
It's very scary because the farmers are getting a lot of complaints from people that we are responsible for the hike in prices. Whereas we sell at the farm gate and we are not going for the jugular at any point in time. Some middlemen probably are playing a very important role in the price hike. But let us understand it from the perspective of the purchasing power of the Naira too. Because the Naira is dwindling and its capacity to purchase is terribly down now. At the exchange rate in the black market, the Naira is about 566 to the dollar. And wages are not increased. Workers are complaining because the prices of these food items are going up and they are paying from the same purse that they have had over the years from 2020, 2019 and all that. So there is a lot of hue and cry all over the place about inflation. But the reality is that we have had so many threat factors in terms of the productivity of the farmers. Whether we like it or not, the inadequacy of these food items in the market is to be reckoned with. The efforts being made by government and the CBN in particular is quite good and could be applauded, but it can be better. This is all we have been saying, and we have said it in many fora, that when you ask or you reach the real farmers, the food will be more abundant, and therefore the simple laws of economics will apply. The more you have the supply, the cheaper will be the price. But if there is a problem with the supply, then definitely there will be a problem of the price. But the percentage inflation that we have seen is quite high and is very disarming to the typical Nigerian. People have the same wages. The wages have not been increased. The food prices have gone up and they have to feed their families. So they are justified in all the complaints that we get. And the NBS is capturing this, and this is real. Everybody buys from the market too. Even farmers, we cannot produce everything that we need. Some of the things also we have to buy from the market like everybody else. So what is happening is real, and we need to find a way of dealing with it. And the only way for agriculture is this, that at the time of harvest, you buy when the prices are low. And when the prices are high, like now, you release from the buffer stock that you have created. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, insecurity, and some planlessness over time, we could not have any buffer. So we have a problem now. But as I advised soon after the rice pyramids, it is possible to also change the tide by releasing or selling this paddy that we have put about 1 million bags directly to the millers and buying off from the millers through the guaranteed minimum price. The president in his 1st October speech said that the NAFRA would be resuscitated. Resuscitated, yes. And the GMP is there. You can use it as a vehicle to buy off from the millers and sell back to the public at subsidized prices, therefore bringing down the prices so that there will not be too many cries. But this has to be sustainably done. It's not supposed to be one-off. You are supposed to always plan to do this.
So, Mr. Ibrahim, let's talk about the food inflation pressures, which were most significant on prices of foodstuffs such as bread and cereals, potatoes, yam, and other tubers, including soft drinks, oils and fats, and even fruits. So, do we expect some moderation on the prices of these items, going forward?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned some of the things that I even produce. I have a bakery with the price of flour in the market is very high, so is sugar. So it's not possible for me to break even. Where I produce, I have even closed shop. Here in Abuja, it's possible because people are able to afford more. The bread I sell at 350, 400 naira in Abuja is sold at 500, 600 naira. Therefore, you can break even here. Where I operate in Katsina, I had to close the place because I cannot sell the bread at 500, 600 naira. I wonder why, Nigerians are very good at saying there are problems in the economy and therefore whatever I do has to go up. I do building construction. Even laborers are paid higher now. Masons are paid higher. The supplier of sand is paid higher. I don't know, Coca-Cola has not been significantly higher, but definitely it will be high as time goes on. So it's a question of the mindset of the typical Nigerian. Once there is some turbulence somewhere, everybody cashes in on it. It's unfortunate, but it happens. And this is reality. So what we should do as a nation is to be able to cushion the effect of all these things. Let us be able to, we cannot, definitely it may not be wise to do a price control board because we have a mixed economy. It's not possible to do that. But then people should moderate. People should know that we should be our brother's keepers for us to be able to really be there. So people should not just go for the jugular. And the middlemen should be cautioned that if you make things difficult in one way, in some other way, you are actually paying for it. I will give you the example of when we had fuel crisis. God forbid it's coming back, but it shouldn't come. Many years ago, when we had a serious fuel crisis, I had a friend, a person that I was buying fuel from. He was given different prices with every passing day. So one day I saw an old woman across the road from his house. And I asked around, they said it was his mother going to the village to see her relations. And the prices of, the prices of transportation were getting high too because of high prices of petrol. So I jokingly told him that, you are taking this money from us, but you are giving your mother money now because she has to pay through her nose to get to her village. So it's a catch-22. You make things difficult for us, but you are making also things difficult for yourself because you are terribly responsible for your direct family members. So this is the thing. Nigerians have to wake up to this. In other climes, people get profit, but reasonable profit. But if you say you go for the jugular, you make people pay through their nose, you will not even get brisk business because most businesses are volume driven. So, the more affordable the price, the more the patronage.
All right, so
and this is something that we must bear in mind.
So very quickly, on a year-on-year basis now, inflation was highest in places like Kogi, Enugu, and Akwa Ibom. What impact do you feel this will have on these states and the food that they produce? Very quickly.
It could be devastating to the majority of the people who have to work very hard to be able to feed their families. So you can get so many complaints from those people. And then there could be turbulence because hunger or this inflation can cause a lot of havoc. Many young people who cannot afford food legitimately will get it illegitimately. That's why you have a lot of crime. So we have to be careful. We have to be able to make things easier for people all over the place, not only in Kogi and Akwa Ibom. It's all over Nigeria.
Mr. Kabir Ibrahim, President of All Farmers Association, many thanks for your time and your thoughts here on News Across Nigeria.
Thanks for having me.